The cameras slowly fade back to the gym, where the rhythmic thud of gloves echoes through the rafters like the heartbeat of a giant preparing for war. All Access pulls you deeper into Anthony Joshua's camp, showing not the polished star who headlines stadiums, but the man beneath the armor. Sweat rolls, muscles contract, and every breath seems to carry the weight of a career seeking restoration. There is no laziness in these movements. No shortcuts. Just a heavyweight chiseling himself back into something resembling inevitability. The pads snap against his hands as he drills, each strike sounding more like a hammer shaping steel than a punch thrown by flesh. His trainers move around him, checking his angles, correcting his posture, reminding him that power without patience is a trap and patience without danger is useless. They want him loose, fluid, calm enough to read Jake Paul but sharp enough to punish him the instant hesitation appears. In those small verbal cues, you feel the merging of experience and instinct, the refinement of tools that once brought Joshua glory and could bring him there again. This is the quiet part of a storm building around December 19th. It is the part fans never see, the moments when a fighter must strip ego, drown doubt, and rebuild his identity one round at a time. Joshua's hands move quickly for a man his size, touching the pads with precision before ripping through them with sudden violence. His reach controls the session like a gate that only opens when he decides. His footwork, often underestimated, shifts softly under him as though the ring were a living surface that responds to his weight. Every movement is a reminder that Joshua may be a troubled titan, but he is still very much a titan. Netflix catches him between rounds, locked in but thoughtful, sitting on the stool while trainers adjust his gloves and talk about feinting patterns, timing cues, and shot selection. He listens with a calm intensity that reveals a truth long buried under criticism. Anthony Joshua is not just a puncher. He is a craftsman. He is someone who thinks his way through a fight and then crushes through the opening he creates. Watching him in camp makes it clear that whatever the boxing world says about him, whatever Jake Paul claims about diminishing skills or shaky chins, AJ still carries the aura of a man who has stood face to face with real monsters. Men like Klitschko, Povetkin, White, Usyk, Ngannou. Men who were feared. Men who could end your night with a single lapse. Jake Paul has never met anything like that. Yet the episode does something unexpected by shifting the lens to Jake Paul's home life, where his family reacts to the announcement of the fight with fear disguised as excitement. Their voices quiver. Their eyes widen. The tension between pride and terror becomes visible in ways Jake himself doesn't fully process. He insists he is ready to die for this opportunity, while his loved ones silently question whether he understands the magnitude of stepping into a ring with the former heavyweight king. This is not bravado anymore. This is consequence. And All Access highlights the difference between marketing a fight and living with the real danger it brings. Back in camp, Joshua mixes sparring partners. Some tall, some awkward, some with speed that forces him to defend at strange angles. He takes shots purposely to feel the impact, testing his guard and resetting his reactions. His coaches walk him through corrections, not scolding but sharpening. Sparring is measured, controlled chaos, and AJ treats it like a laboratory where he can test his body, his reflexes, his mind. Every session is a rehearsal for what Jake Paul cannot yet imagine. Standing in front of a trained heavyweight who knows how to break you down from head to ribs to legs until even breathing hurts. But the episode also clarifies that this isn't just about Joshua. The boxing world itself is holding its breath for this clash. Some experts call it irresponsible, a mismatch, a potential tragedy. David Hay believes Jake Paul may be putting his life on the line, warning that Joshua's clean, devastating power could end the fight, and possibly more, if the referee hesitates for even a moment. Others like Louis Durkin argue that Jake has earned the right to test himself, that the matchup is not inherently dangerous, and that skill, preparation, and weight limits may actually make this contest more competitive than expected. These conflicting voices twist around the event, painting it as both an opportunity and a gamble, a spectacle and a genuine competitive question. Jake's decision to take this fight stemmed from chaos. His match with Gervonta Davis collapsed under personal scandal, leaving him scrambling for a replacement. Instead of moving down the ladder, he climbed up the mountain and knocked on the one door no influencer should ever knock on. Joshua accepted for reasons that were financial, strategic, and emotional. He needed a return. He needed a spectacle. And whether critics like it or not, Jake Paul delivers spectacle. Joshua's team sees the fight as a reset button, a highly lucrative tune-up that could rebuild momentum ahead of the massive heavyweight plans waiting in 2025. Fury. Usyk. Ngannou. The path only stays open if he handles business in Miami. Training montages shift to heavy bag work where Joshua's fists thud like pistons pushing through a steel drum. Even when he works at half power, the bag trembles like it wants to escape the chain. He changes levels from head to body, stepping around the target, cutting imaginary angles, and practicing the exact kind of precision Jake Paul has never had to defend against. The camera stays close enough to capture how his knuckles compress through the glove, how the bag folds under the weight of each strike. It is not just strength. It is technique multiplied by torque, something only a seasoned heavyweight carries. Meanwhile, Jake Paul spars with younger, hungry fighters who see him as a paycheck and a test. He catches one with an overhand right that drops the partner to a knee, and while the clip went viral, the episode places it in context. Jake hits hard. He is strong for his size. He is brave, disciplined, and willing to learn. But power at cruiserweight is not power at heavyweight. A punch that stuns a prospect is not the same punch needed to stop a man who has gone 24 rounds with Alexander Usyk. As the episode winds down, the final shots return to Joshua, gloves dangling at his sides, sweat dripping from his jaw, eyes frozen in the kind of focus that warns the world that he is not stepping into Miami for a paycheck. He is stepping in to destroy doubt, to reclaim identity, to prove that even if Jake Paul is brave enough to stand in the ring with him, bravery does not erase physics. And that is the essence of this build-up. The merging of entertainment with danger, ego with legacy, spectacle with raw human consequence. Both men are walking toward a night that could change everything. Before you go, share your take. Is Jake Paul truly ready for this level of danger? Or is Anthony Joshua about to end the influencer boxing experiment in one violent night? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive boxing breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. The fight is coming, and the story is only getting bigger from here.